What's up, Michael Jordan collectors and investors? So on this show, we cover the base rookie card, we cover the sticker, and we cover the 84 Star XRC. So today at PWCC, a lot of auctions ended, a lot of them, and we're going to cover all of them. And we're going to cover all the major auction houses. So Card Gems here, welcome to my channel. This is today's February 18th Michael Jordan Rookie Card Market Report. All right, let's dig into this. So Robert Edwards Auctions, they have a PSA 10 that's up to $330,000. They have a PSA 10 sticker rookie card that's up to $115,000. They also have a PSA 9 up to $33,000 and a PSA 8 that's up to $11,000. If we check Heritage Auctions, they have one that's up to $470,000. If you add the buyer's premium, it's like $564,000. They have a PSA 9 that's up to $40,000 and an SGC 9.5 that's up to $162,500. They have a PSA 8 that's up to $15,500, BGS 8 that's up to $7,750, and a PSA 7 that's up to $6,500. If we check Golden has a PSA 10 for $450,000. They have another one for $425,000. They have a sticker with the set, all PSA 10s for $160,000. They have another PSA 10 sticker for $120,000. They have this PSA 8 Star rookie card, XRC rookie card for $72,000. You know, PSA doesn't make these anymore, so this makes this an extremely rare card. This is the highest grade too in a PSA. SGC 9.5 up to $39,000, and the BGS 9.5 that's up to $86,000. So if we go to cardladder.com, PSA 1s, they have a pop of 130. So for the past month, they've sold for an average of 3,725. They last sold for 3,875, so it came up a little bit from the last sell. The record high is 5,125. If we check eBay, we have one here for 4,450, 37 bids. And here's one for 5,500, 0 bids. And here's one for 10,000, our best offer. So PSA 2 has a pop of 175 for the past month. It sold for $4,600. It sold for $4,895 here on the 17th. And the record high is $5,300. If we check eBay, we have one here for $3,383, 4 bids. Here's one for $4,500, no bids. Here's $4,656, 32 bids. And then here's for $6,495, their best offer. So PSA 3 has a pop of 330. Average sell in the past month is 5,551. Last sold for 5,655, about the average here on the 12th. The record high is 6,250. If we check eBay, we have one here for 4,300, 8 bids. Here's 4,300, 44 bids. Here's 6,900, no bids. 8,500 or best offer. That's the cheapest you can get it for best offer. So PSA 4 has a pop of 674. For the past month, it sold for 7,224 on average. The last sell being 6,399 on the 14th. The record high is 8,595. So if we check eBay, we have one here for 3,050, 14 bids. Here's 4,100, 2 bids. Here's 4,951, 45 bids, 16 hours left on this one. 5,300, 33 bids. Here's 6,100, no bids. Here's 6,990, our best offer, so that's the cheapest that you can negotiate for that card. If we check the PSA 5, has a pop of 1,017. For the past month, it sold for $7,362 on average. Last sold for $7,000 here on the 16th. The record high is $8,600 on this card. So we check eBay. PSA 5s, here's one for $6,999, 0 bids. And then here's one for best offer, buy it now, $7,750. 24 watchers on this one. All right, so the PSA 6 has a population of 1,676. So for the past month, it sold for $8,935 on average. Last sold for $8,842, so that's about the average, and that was right here on the 16th. The record high is $11,811, and that was just on the 3rd. So if we check eBay, we have one here for 2,371, 23 bids. 5,000, this is a new listing, 58 bids. 5,600, 39 bids. 6,100, 29 bids. Here's 6,600, 25 bids. And here's the cheapest buy it now at 9,999, or buy it now. And here's one for a best offer at 10,299, and it's a new listing. So the BGS 6 has a pop of 452. For the past month, it is sold for 7,333 on average. Last sold for 7,050 on the 12th, and the record high is 7,700. There currently are none on eBay. So if we go straight to the BGS 6.5, it has a pop of 626. For the past month, sold for 7,729 on average, just 3 sales. And I guess they were all on the same day here. Last sale was 7,729, and it was on the 31st, and that's also the record high, of course. If we check eBay, we have one right here for 5,615 bids. Here's one for 7,501 bid. And then this is the cheapest you can get for a buy now, basically 10,000. And this is the cheapest that you can negotiate, 15,000 or best offer. So if we check the BGS 7, it has a pop of 966. For the past month, it sold for 10,699 on average out of 5 sales. It last sold for 9,500 on the 13th, and the record high is 12,700. If we check eBay, we have one here for 8,100, 31 bids. There's 13,500 or best offer, so that's the cheapest that you can negotiate. Here's one PWCC, it's 13,950. Buy it now. So PSA 7 has a pop of 3,390. For the past month, it's had 39 sales, and the average is 13,063. It last sold for 12,550. That was just on the 17th. And the record high is 15,900. If we check eBay, we have one for 5,800, 55, 14 bids. 6,100, a new listing, 2 bids. Here's one for 6,100, 9 bids. Here's 7,200, 34 bids. 9,100, 39 bids. 9,500, 15 bids. 9,500, no bids. 9,600, 21 bids. Here's 9,999 is 0 bids. 12,100, 35 bids. And here's the cheapest you can get it for a buy now for 12,500. This is a new listing. Here's another one for another new listing. Buy it now. 12,500. Here's 13,000. Buy it now. 13,000. Let's see what. And let's find the cheapest best offer. It'd be this one right here, about 15,000. Buy it now. Our best offer. So the BGS 7.5 has a pop of 1,451. Sold on average for 11,012 for the past month. That's 7 sales. Last sold for 9,875 on the 14th, and the record high is 13,000. So if we check eBay, we have a new listing here for, it has no bids. So here's another new listing, 7,000 no bids, but here's one for 7,500, 17 bids, and this is the cheapest you can get it for best offer buy now, 11,500. So if we check the PSA 8 has a pop of 7,760. So for the past month, it's had 66 sales, and it's average at 19,246. The last sale was 15,862. So quite a drop off, even from the average. And that was just on the 17th. So the record high was 26,101, and it wasn't that long ago. It was like the 6th right here. So if we check eBay, we have a bunch of these. There's some new listings from PWCC. Here's one for 1,000. Here's one for 6,600. Here's one for 9,000. Here's 8,900, 9,100, 10,000. There's 10,000. This is off center qualifier, so it has no bids. It sells about this price, but cards are tailing off a little bit. PSA 8, here's for 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. 10,400, 10,600, 12,000. There's a few in the 12,000 range. 13,000. There's 13,800 no bids. 15,000 no bids, new listing. 14,999 no bids. This is off center qualifier. Here's 15,189. This has bids, 36 bids. Here's 16,062 bids. 16,170 bids. Here's 16,250, no bids. There's another one with no bids. Here's 17,100. This has 31 bids. Here's one with no bids. And this is the cheapest that you can get it for best offer. Buy it now for 17,998. And there's several more options up here. There's some from PWCC. There's plenty up here. There's some with better eye appeal from PWCC, like way up here. But you just have to check that out. There's plenty of options for PSA 8. You can pretty much just pick what you want. BGS 8 has a pop of 2,041. For the past month, it's sold 18 times for an average of 13,853. So the last time it sold for 12,902 on the 15th right here. The record high was 17,800. So if we check eBay, we have one here for 5,600. Here's 6,200. Here's 6,400. 14,232. No bids on that one. 15,000. No bids. 16,000. No bids. You can buy it now for 2,100. And this is the cheapest you can get it for best offer and buy it now. 16,500 from PWCC. So SGC 8. So for the past month, there's only been 2 sales, and its average is 16,544. The last sale being 14,088 on the 11th. The record high being 19,000. Let's check out the SGC 85. So this card here has sold 4 times in the past month for an average of 16,452. The last sale being 17,655 on the 16th. So just recently. The record high is 20,099, and that was just on the 15th. So that's the record high. So if we look at the population report on those 2 cards, the 8 and the 85, the 8 has 385 and the 85 has 358, and the 9 we're about to talk about has 216, and the 95 has just 25, and there's just 25 10s on the SGC population. So we got an 85 right here. It's 1,275. This is a new listing, 11 bids. We have no 8s on the auction, but we have another 85 right here for 18,950, our best offer in the old labels. So here's an 8 here for 19,350, our best offer. So, and here's another 85 for 23,500, our best offer. So that's all we got on those SGCs. So if we check the BGS 8.5, there's a pop of 2,538. So there's quite a few of these. I had 11 sales in the last month, 18,416 average. Last sold for 16,700 on the 16th. And the record high is 23,100, which was just on the 4th here. If we check eBay, we have one here for 6,700, 11 bids. Here's 8,100, 20 bids. 8,500, 9,100, 10,300, 10,600, 30 bids. And then this is the cheapest that you can get it for best offer. Buy it now, 14,000. And there's some more options here. Gets a little bit higher. So if we check the PSA 8.5, so it has a pop of 386, so a lot less than the BGS. So for the last month, it sold 7 times for an average of 32,492. And it last sold for 26,324. So a big drop off. These last 4 sales, it's just slowly been declining. That sold on the 15th. So it's down from this record high of 43,400. That's a, that's a huge drop off, because that was just on the 2nd. So it sucks to see that, but the market ebbs and flows, and that's just how it goes. So the PSA 85 here is $9,000, 19 bids. Here's 9,100 new listing, 17 bids. This is the cheapest you can get it for best offer. Buy now for 29,999. It's PWCC, so it's probably a good card to try and pick up. Here's 40,500 a best offer, and here's 49,000. Buy it now. So SGC 9, remember this has a pop of 216. For the past month, there's only been 2 sales, and it's sold on average for 42,866. It last sold for 57,600. That is the record on the 3rd here. So if we check eBay, we have one for 7,700, 12 bids. And then we have this one for 64,000, buy it now. And then we have one here for best offers, basically 70,000 or best offers. So there's a couple more options, but pretty high. So the PSA 9 has a pop of 2,767. So this had 28 sales in the past month, and its average is 64,000. We were all hoping that this card might hit 100,000, but you know, it got this record high right here of 88,999 on the 10th, and it just never recovered from that spike, and it's just been dropping off. The last sell is now in the 50s, 59,000 here on the 17th. So it just sucks to see that, but you know, it's just how it goes, guys. So PSA 9, 22,919 bids, 22,724, 45 bids, 25,123 bids, 27,525, 60 bids, 30,238 bids, 41,076 bids, 59,000 no bids, 65,000 our best offer. So yeah, so here's 70,000 our best offer. So you can now pick this card up for much cheaper than, you know, a month prior, or even like 2 weeks ago. It's still a great card to pick up. You know, might be able to get it for a good price now, you know, for a really, really good looking one, a centered one maybe. I would try to get that and invest in it, honestly, and hold it. I think, you know, the market's going down right now, but, you know, it'll always go back up. It'll go back up. You know, it fluctuates. This is Michael Jordan's rookie card, you know. It's you know, it's the future's bright for this card. I guarantee its future is bright. It just might not be right now, but it'll recover. So the BGS 9 has a pop of 1,641. For the past month, there's been 15 sales for our average price at 38,639. So it last sold for 39,000 on the 17th. So been selling around that price. The spike was 56,000. So that was on the 10th here. And we have some of these on eBay. We have 6,200, 8,400, 10,300, 20,000. 20,619 bids, 21,920 bids, 27,500 no bids, and here's the cheapest buy it now for 35,000. Here's the cheapest that you can negotiate right here, 42,000 our best offer. And here's PWCC has a new listing for 42,000 buy it now. And you have plenty more options. Look at these subs. Like here's top 30 eye appeals. So some of these subs might be really, really good. So let's check those out. So the SGC 9.5, this has a pop of 25. So there's been 4 sales in the last 3 months. So this is 3 month period, not 1 month. And it averaged at 55,000. But it last sold 125,000. Was a huge spike here on the 31st of January. And so, of course, that's a record high. We have none on eBay. We have a couple in the auction houses. So BGS 9.5 has a pop of 526. So for the past month, we've only had 4 sales. So the current last time it sold was 162,000 right here on the 30th of January. That was a high-end card that had quad 9.5s and above. So the average is 119,000. The 162 is a record high. So we just have this other sell, 120,000. That's another high end. And then we had this low end right here, 76,000, that had 19 subs. So that's the record for the low end. But we just had one that just ended on PWCC for a pretty good price. So let's go down to the bottom here. We have one down here. So we have this BGS 9.5 here for 175,000. Our best offer has a 9 on the surface. Here's a BGS 9.5, 239,000. Our best offer has a 9 on the surface. 245,000. Our best offer. This has a 9 center. This has a 9 center for 250,000. Our best offer. This has a 9 on the surface for 250,000. Our best offer. So this one has a 9 on the edges. So 275,000. Our best offer. This has a 9 on the surface. 300,000. Buy it now. 300,000 on this one, and this is a quad 9.5 and above. This is a high end. This has a 10 on the surface. So great card there. So here is another quad 9.5 with a 10 on the surface. So yeah, we got 2 quad 9.5s out here. So this is 329,000 or buy it now. So here we have a pair. This has a 9 on the surface, and this has a 9 on the centering. So the sticker has sold for $70,000. That's the record high for this, and that was a while back. So it could be a little bit more than that now, but we don't know. So $400,000 our best offer. Here's a pair. This one has a 9 on the edges. This one has a 9 on the corners. $540,000 our best offer. So we had one of these that ended on PWCC for $95,000. It was a low end. So these low ends are, around that price. So we also have this other high end here. It doesn't show up in that feed, so that's why I have to show it separately. This one has a 10 on the center, $350,000 our best offer. So here's a PSA 10 pop-up 315. So for the past 3 months, it has 9 sales, average at $332,000. So the last sale was $645,000, and that was on the 3rd. The record high is $720,000. That was 2 sales together, and that was on the 30th of January. So here we have one for $650,000. This is a new listing from Memory Lane. So our best offer, they're taking offers on that one. So here's $800,000 our best offer. Here's $1 million our best offer, and here's $1.2 million our best offer. And this comes with the sticker, and the sticker has sold for over $200,000, $220,000 at one point. So if we check the recently ended, we have a lot of them. We have all the PWCC ones, but we have this BGS 9 that sold for $39,000, 46 bids. We have this PSA 9 that sold for $53,172 bids. So, kind of a drop off on that card. We got a BGS 5.5 sold for $6,300, 26 bids. Here's a PSA 7, $10,999, 1 bid. Here's a BGS Authentic sold for $5,999. Buy it now. Here's a BGS 6 that sold for $6,850, 17 bids. So here's a PSA 8 that sold for $19,127 bids. Here's a PSA 7 that sold for $20,000. Buy it now. Here's a BGS 8 that sold for $12,555, 23 bids. Here's a PSA 8 that sold for $16,131 bids. Here's a BGS 3 that sold for $4,500, 34 bids. Here is a PSA 2 that sold for $5,608, 56 bids. That's a really great price for that card right there. That's close to the record. That might be a new record. So here's a PSA. Well, here's a PSA 5 for $8,066. That's a pretty good price too. 48 bids. BGS 5.5 here's for $5,500, 35 bids. PSA 6 $8,200, 39 bids. There's another one for $8,000, 33 bids. There's this BGS 6.5. This sold for $8,556, 27 bids. Now that should be a new record. There's a PSA 6.5 sold for $7,322, 39 bids. There's a PSA 7 sold for $10,700, 57 bids. There's another one for $13,100, 43 bids. There's a PSA 7.5 sold for $11,227, 43 bids. Here's a SGC 8 sold for $16,188 bids. So here's a BGS 8 that sold for $11,477, 32 bids. Here's another one for $11,400, 54 bids. Here's one for $12,300, 46 bids. Here's a PSA 8 for $17,125 bids. Here's another PSA 8, $16,120 bids. Here's one for $17,425 bids. $16,932 bids. And here's a PSA 8 for $19,534 bids. So it's a little bit above the average. BGS 8.5, $15,941 bids. Here's one for $15,150 bids. Here's a PSA 8.5, so for $27,501, 58 bids. Here's a SGC 9, so for $31,923. So yeah, this one's a little bit down too. So here's a BGS 9, so for $32,673 bids. Here's one for $30,169 bids. $30,377, 89 bids. So these are kind of down too. This one's way down, $29,683, 337. Here's a PSA 9, 63,336, 106 bids. That one's, here's another one for 65,100. So yeah, these 9s are down too. But this BGS 9.5 low end has a 9 on the edges. So for a record high of 95,100 for a low end. So, but we haven't seen one of these sell in a long time. So it probably, the value was actually higher, and it has dropped off as well. So here's a BGS 7 for 8,031 bids. Here's a 9 with the offset qualifier, 14,399. Here's a PSA 8 for 16,471 bids. PSA 2 for 5,006, 36 bids. And here's a PSA 1 for 4,450, 38 bids. So not bad for that one right there. All right, so let's check on the stickers here. So the PSA 10 has a pop of 119. For the past 3 months, there's only been 4 sales, and the last sale was 2,100 on the 4th. The average price is 102,000. So I've seen this card sell for 220,000 at a major auction house, but we couldn't get that price confirmed for some reason. So checking the BGS 9.5. So for the past 3 months, so this has a pop of 32. For the past 3 months, there's only been 3 sales, and it sold an average of 37,125. It last sold for 69,000. That's the record high on the 30th of January. I believe if this card sold today, that it would be much higher than the 69,000. I mean, wouldn't you guys agree? So PSA 9 has a pop of 1,877. So a lot of sales in the past 3 months. So let's check out 1 month. So in the last month, we've had 39 sales, averaging 24,804. The last sale being 20,350. So yeah, it's kind of leveling. Oh well, it's kind of tailed off a little bit. So this was on the 18th that it sold. So the record high was 31,000. So yeah, these are coming down a little bit. PSA 8.5 has pop 73, so kind of a rare card. There's only been 5 sales in the last month, averaging 10,580. So the last sale for 15,000 on the 7th. So if we check out the BGS 9, that has a pop of 223. Only 2 sales in the last month. So let's see, 3 months. That just brings it to 3 sales, and it was much lower then. So 2 sales, and it's average of 12,129. The last time it sold 13,259 on the 18th, and that was also the record high. I have a suspicion that this might be a little bit higher as well. So the PSA 8, this has a pop of 3,469, so most common grade here. So for the last month, we've had 21 sales, and it sold on average at 8,310. The last sale was 6,125, and that was on the 18th, so very recent. The record high is 13,400. That was this huge spike here on the 3rd. It's kind of dropped from there and leveled off, and now it's kind of dropping again. So PSA 7 has a pop of 1,298. Past month, it's had 45 sales. So quite a few sales on this card. So average at 3,752. The last sale was 2,950 on the 18th, and the record high was 5,150. So right here around the let's see, was it the 3rd? No, it was the 7th. Right on the 7th. All right, so let's check this. PSA 6 has a pop of 837. So this one has sold 21 times in the last month, and it's sold on average of 2,581. And the last time it sold was 2,364. So about that average right here on the 18th. And the record high was 3,505. Okay. So let's see. We have one more. There's one more in the system here. PSA 5. So it has a pop of 810. So for the past month, it's had 30 sales and it's averaged 2,191. Last sale for 1,848 here on the 18th. So this one's really dropped off here from this record high of 2,899. So it's dropped off 1,000 already, and you know that record high was just on the, looks like the, let's see, on the 12th. All right, so that's the stickers. So stickers, you know, they're kind of following the base card. So, well, let's check out the star card, the 84 star, the XRC card. This is the BGS 95. So we have not seen this card surface in quite some time. This has a population of just 3, and people are holding this card. So the last sale of this card was in 2015, and it was for $52,000. If this card sold today, it would be way, way, way higher than this. So even the 9, if we check the 9, and 9 is kind of a rare card as well. There's only 68. I mean, there's plenty, but no one is selling this card. So for the past month, there's no sales. And if we go to 3 months, we have just one sale here. So this was on the 22nd of December, and it sold for $34,500. So, you know, it's much higher than that because the 85s are selling for like 50. So checking on the 85, it has a pop of 237. This card sells more frequently. It sold 6 times in the last 3 months. Last sold for $52,600 on the 18th. So very recent. So these cards are doing, you know, much better than the 86 Fleer right now as far as percentages. So it's averaged 35,450 for the 3 months. So if we go to the 8, the BGS 8 has a pop of 234. So the last 3 months it's had 5 sales, and this card's just going straight up. You know, this is on the 30th here. It sold for $38,000 on the 30th of January. So it's averaged 17,399, and the record high was that last sell. So if we check the 7.5, this one has a pop of 180. So this has had 6 sales in the past 3 months, and again, this is another card that's just going up. So 32,600 was his last sell here on the 18th. The average is 17,616 for the 3 months, and that was the record high right there. And so we have the 7 here, population 92. So last 3 months, there's only been 2 sales. 2 sales that are confirmed anyway. So the last sale being on the 22nd of January, that was 10,500. The average is 8,627. But this card is this is really risen because I saw 6 sell for like 20 plus just on this last PWCC auction. So here's the BGS 6.5, population 40. Only 1 sell in the last 3 months, back on the 21st of January for $15,000. Again, you know, this card is definitely worth more now. So if we check eBay, a lot of them all ended, so we don't have a lot of them on eBay anymore. We just have this authentic for a best offer, buy it now for $45,000. We have this 7.5 is starting out at $46,500. Here's $79,000 our best offer. And $149,000 best offer, and just gets crazy right here. So let's look at some of those PWCC ones that had ended. So let's check those out. All right. So there's this 8.5 right here that ended tonight for $52,600. Wow. Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. Let's go to recent. Let's check out recent. Let's see all these auctions here. So there's a Probstein one that just sold 2 tonight. $32,600 for the 7.5. So you can see these prices are much higher. Let's get down to the PWCC ones. All right. So I don't know about this. I don't know about this feed right here. So let's check on my watch list. My watch list won't fail me. Ended. All right. Let's see. There was like 4 of them that had ended. Okay, so yeah, there's that 8.5, 52,600. The 8.5 it ended for, and see this 6 had ended for 31,100. So there was just those 2 right there. So yeah, so well, that's it. Oh nope. I'm gonna go to my summary charts. I know you guys like my summary charts. So the PSA 10 still the record high is 720,000. The one on auction is up to 564,000 if you add the buyer's premium, the 20%. I added the buyer's premium. I factored them into all these prices. So the BGS 9.5 high end, the record is still 162, and there's one up to 103,000. The BGS 9.5 low end, the record high is 76,000 because we're waiting for that 95,000 to be confirmed. The SGC 9.5, the record high is 125,000. We have one that's up to 75,000. The PSA 9, the record high is 88,000. Seems like a long time ago now. So we have one that's up to 48,000 on auction. BGS 9, record high 56,000. We have one that's up to 21,900. The SGC 9, the record high is 57,600. We have one that's up to 7,700. And the PSA 8.5 is record high is 43,400. We have one that's up to 9,100. So not breaking any records right now, unfortunately. So here's the BGS 8.5 to the BGS 7 here and everything in between. So you can pause this and look at these, and none of these are getting close to the record highs, unfortunately. Market's just kind of down right now, guys. Just a little bit down. Don't want to speculate on what's going to happen, but we do have some big, those auction houses have some big cards, and they do end up impacting the rest of the Michael Jordan rookie cards. So we'll just see how they end. I'm not going to speculate on them, but you never know. You never know how the market's going to go with these cards. So these are the BGS 6.5 to the PSA 1. So these are the low ends. So we still have this one that's at 7,500. So that's close to the record. But none of these other ones are really close. Yeah, see, the PSA 2 the record was 5,300. So that's been broken if that gets confirmed. And we already have another one that's up to 46,056. We have another PSA 1 that's up to 4,450. So some of these low ends are doing really good. All right. Well, that's my update for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, just give it a like because that helps me out. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And for you guys that aren't subscribers, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next Michael Jordan Rookie Card Market Report.